Right, I'm out here by the college. Beautiful bay out there. Beautiful water. In this video, I want to give you some business advice. It's really funny. A week ago, I saw down my road a couple of kids. They're selling lemonade. And they're hooting and hollering. They're waving their hands. They're excited. They're happy. They are ecstatic to sell this lemonade, man. They're out there darn there in the middle of the road flagging me down, and I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? And I gave him a few dollars. I didn't want any lemonade, but I gave him some money, and I felt the electricity when I came up to them, and I was like, man, this is advertising. This is how you make business. This is how you make money. And this can translate to any business in life, any business out there. They can emulate this and they can learn something from these little kids' lemonade stand. And then the same day, I'm driving down the road and I saw a business on the corner, and it was a thrift store. And I remember a few months ago, I'm in there, and looks like, they're doing pretty good. They got a lot of merchandise, a lot of inventory, and I figured maybe, they're making some good sales. And I was like, hey, how's business? The lady looked at me and she put her hand on her head and she's like, I don't know how much longer we're going to be in business for, because we're losing a lot of money. We have a lot of debt. We're carrying a lot of debt, and the income just isn't there. And then a few months later, they're closing shop. Their sign ain't even out there no more. And I'm looking at these kids, and they got jars of money full of cash. And their inventory, I'm sure, is pretty low cost. So they're making a lot of money. This little lemonade stand is making bank, and this big brick and mortar store is losing thousands daily. Like, I'm just like, what is the issue? And I'm thinking to myself, what's the main problem here? And that thrift store, they weren't doing any kind of advertising. They weren't on Google. They didn't have a big, shiny, ostentatious sign out there saying, hey, this is the best thrift store in Panama City. Anything like that. They weren't doing any kind of advertising. They kind of just, threw their store up next to a somewhat of a busy road and thought that business would flood their way. And the opposite happened. So what's the issue here? What happened? Just advertising. That's the issue. They didn't advertise. They didn't do anything for advertising. And it's funny because I walked in there, I'm looking around, and the lady said, hey, can I help you? No, I'm just looking around. Okay, cool. Looked the other way and was doing whatever, making a cup of coffee. I'm just like, dude. And on the flip side, I'm at this lemonade stand. They're like, hey, come get some lemonade. Come on, come get some lemonade. Best lemonade ever. It's very sweet. Here, try some. Basically trying to pour lemonade down my throat. I'm like, dude, that's how you make sales. That's how you get business there. And so I guess a lot of people think that, they're just going to throw a business up that they think does well. And they think it's going to do well because it works well for everyone else. No, you got to go out there and you got to get the money. You got to be ambitious. You got to be hungry. And that's what these little kids were selling this lemonade. They were hungry. They were anxious to make some sales. And this thrift store, they just thought because they had this big brick building that, they throw a sign up there, I'm going to get sales. They're going to come. No, they're not. You could actually put in the work. You got to actually put in the work, man. And, a lot of people think that business is easy. It's brutal and cutthroat. But it's really simple. You gotta advertise. Go out there and get it, man. Another example is Little Caesars. I drive past there all the time, to and from work. And there's this kid out there, man. He's flipping a sign, dang there doing somersaults and backflips, and he's getting business, man. Sometimes I hear people honking at him because he's just, man, he's flipping that sign, twirling it, and man, I see cars come in there in that building all the time to get some pizza, and then I see other pizza shops, they're out here and they're not doing any kind of advertising, and I'm sure that that's hindering themselves. So moral of the story, advertise, man. You got to be hungry and get the people, man, to come in. And how do you do that? Well, maybe throw something on Google, get some people coming in that way through the internet. Maybe get a sign out there. Maybe talk to people if they're in your store and say, hey, what exactly are you looking for, man? If you need any help, I'm right down the other way. I can help you with whatever you need help with. Are you designing something in your home? Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. If that means flipping a sign, or if that means being out in the hot sun selling lemonade, waving your hands, flagging people down, man, that's how you make money. And a lot of people just think that they're just gonna make money so easily, and that's that. You gotta be hungry. You gotta go out and get it. Anyway, I just wanted to share that little story. Stay ambitious, everyone. Don't forget to advertise with whatever business you're into. And until the next video.